For nearly a century, the U.S. Marine Corps relied on heavy tanks to crush enemy defenses and spearhead assaults. But in 2020, something unexpected happened. The Marines got rid of all their tanks. Why would one of the world's most elite fighting forces abandon one of the most powerful weapons of war? Was this a brilliant strategic move or a massive mistake? Let's find out. The U.S. Marine Corps has used tanks since World War II, when Sherman tanks played a crucial role in island-hopping campaigns against Japan. Over the decades, they upgraded to more powerful tanks like the M60 Patton and later, the M1A1 Abrams, which saw action in Iraq and Afghanistan. So if tanks were so effective in past wars, why did the Marines decide to get rid of them? The biggest reason? The Marines are changing how they fight. In 2020, Marine Corps Commandant General David Berger introduced Force Design 2030, a new strategy that shifts the focus away from large-scale land battles and toward fast, mobile, island-based warfare. With rising tensions in the Pacific, the Marines are preparing for a future war against China. Instead of bulky, slow-moving tanks, they want lighter, mobile units that can quickly deploy across islands and coastal regions. Tanks don't fit this vision. They're heavy, slow to deploy, and hard to maintain in remote areas. Instead, the Marines invest in long-range missiles, drones, and high-tech infantry. The biggest issue with tanks? They don't work well in the Pacific. Unlike the deserts of Iraq or the plains of Europe, the Pacific theater is made up of small islands, thick jungles, and narrow roads. Even in World War II, tanks had a hard time navigating the Pacific. Fast forward to today, and the challenges are even greater. Tanks require heavy logistics, fuel, and repair crews, things that are nearly impossible to support on remote islands. Instead of moving tanks, the Marines want small, flexible strike teams that can fire missiles at enemy ships and disappear before they get hit. Another reason? Technology is changing warfare. Today's battles are fought with long-range missiles, drones, and precision strikes, not massive tank battles. Why risk sending a 70-ton tank into battle when you can destroy enemy armor from hundreds of miles away? The Marines are now investing in anti-ship missiles, loitering drones, and cyber warfare, rather than traditional armored forces. A single HIMARS rocket system can strike targets over 300 kilometers away, far beyond the range of any tank gun. But was this the right decision? Some argue that getting rid of tanks weakens the Marines, especially if they end up in urban combat or large-scale land wars. If the Marines have to fight in a major land war, they'll have to rely on the U.S. Army for tanks, losing some of their independence in battle. And what if the next war isn't in the Pacific? What if the Marines are needed in Europe or the Middle East, where tanks are still essential? Despite the controversy, one thing is clear: the U.S. Marines are evolving. The days of massive tank battles might be over, but the Marines are betting on speed, technology, and adaptability to win the wars of the future. What do you think? Was getting rid of tanks the right move? Or will the Marines regret this decision? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more deep dives into military history and strategy.